Hi everybody. I wanted to make this video because I wanted to let you know that I was able to get a full tuition scholarship for medical school, and I wanted to share how I was able to do that. So if you're interested in watching this video, please subscribe and keep on watching. First and foremost, you want to make sure that you're a good fit for the school. That would be my number one tip. Make sure that you're a good fit for the school. There are actually some schools that you could potentially qualify for just free tuition if you make under a certain amount of money, or your parents make under a certain amount of money. Those included would be like New York University and among others, which provide free tuition for all their students that are under disadvantaged backgrounds. So the second thing that I recommend that you do is that you search for scholarships outside of the school. So you want to make sure that you're not only basing your support on one school, but you want to make sure that you're tackling all the other resources that are out there, because there is a lot of resources, and oftentimes the scholarship essay is very similar. So they will ask a few different things that you can just type a quick switch from scholarship essay to scholarship essay, but ultimately it's the same idea. It's the same story that you're sharing. It's the same reason why you went into medicine. It's the same reason why you wanted to become a doctor, and why you chose the school that you chose to, in the area that you chose to go to. So number 3, I would recommend if you are going to a school that provides a lot of scholarships for their students. I mean, I know a lot of schools don't do that. I think that one of my main criticisms about DO schools would be that even though they do give their students a lot of scholarships, they're super expensive. So you want to make sure that you are understanding what the school can do for you, and you want to tailor your experiences towards being a candidate for a particular scholarship that you are interested in. So for example, I mean this, so my school has a Dean's Mission Scholarship, so you have to really fit their mission to be able to receive this scholarship, and so that's the scholarship that I got. And to do that, I had to pretty much focus my essay into why am I a good mission fit? Why am I the best candidate to get this scholarship? And not only did I show that through the writing that I did on my essay, but also I did that over the term that I was there, because I got the scholarship during my second year, but it also covered my first year. So throughout the year, throughout my first year, I was able to show them why was it really that I was a good mission fit, and what sorts of things did I do during that year. So for this mission fit scholarship, you have to have a interest in serving disadvantaged populations, Medi-Cal populations, and that's exactly what I want to do. And so I was able to show that because I created different projects, and I was the lead on different projects, and they saw my enthusiasm to working for that community. Number 4, another tip that I want to give you is to really get close to your leadership within the medical school. So who are those individuals that are going to be selecting the students? And I know that some individuals and a lot of scholarships, they say that it's a very what do you call it, fair process, and they're not picking favorites, and they're not basing it off of personal relationships, and it's very thorough job. But if you have personal relationships with each and every individual within that scholarship committee, then you have a higher chance of being graded and scored highly, because you already have that connection with them. So I would say share with the leadership what you're doing. Make sure that you involve them. Make sure that they share that enthusiasm and they see it when you're working on the projects that you're working on. So keeping in contact with the leadership is key for this type of scholarship. Number 5, another thing that I would recommend you do is not to solely focus on that one school, right? So you want to focus it on to go outside the box and just go and search for other scholarships that fit your needs. For example, there's a lot of scholarships that are tailored to individuals who want to go into oncology, and they want individuals who are very serious about that. But you also have to show, of course, that you are very interested in going to oncology. So you gotta question, you gotta see your application and say, am I really a good fit for this scholarship? And then just base your essay on what is it that they're looking for, and how is it gonna that I'm gonna maximize my chances of getting this scholarship. The sixth thing that I would tell you is that before I actually didn't do this because my scholarship was given to me on my second year versus I did get some scholarships my first year, which covered a lot, but for this major scholarship, I was able to get it my second year. And so one of the things that I would recommend, because I didn't do, would be to really look at the schools that you're applying to, and the schools that, if you have the opportunity to choose a school, just make sure that you choose the school that you'll be a best fit at. If you're a good fit for a school and you're a good candidate, and you interacted well with the healthcare leadership there, or the medicine leadership, then they're gonna already like you, and they're gonna see that you're a good fit. And so it's gonna be easy for them to select you for a scholarship because you are that good of a fit for that school. If you go to a school that is a prestigious school, that maybe you got in because they needed someone with your credentials, or they like something about you, but not necessarily that you were a perfect fit for that school, then you're less likely to get a scholarship, because they're going to go for the students that are a good fit for the school and that represents what they want to represent within that school. So I know that you might think that prestige is everything in medical school, but nobody's going to ask you where your degree comes from. What school did you go to? Nobody's going to ask you that. They're going to see that you have an MD. They're going to see that you graduated. They're going to see that you did well on all your classes. They're going to see your UCMLE, your STEP scores. They're going to see your board scores, and that's all they're really going to see. So it doesn't really matter what school you go to for residency, unless you want to go into a really, really specific specialty, and you want to, let's say, do research with someone who is part of a residency program, and that's the person that you want to make sure that you get to know. So that's another thing. But in the realm of things, in the reality is that ultimately you're going to be an MD. It doesn't matter where you go to school. Even if you go to school abroad, you can still take the USMLE Step 1 score, and if you do well, then you are going to be able to match into a specialty in the US. So I wouldn't discourage you from doing that. Yes, so those would be my tips for getting a scholarship at a school that you attend. And if you have any questions, please leave them below. If you like this video and want to hear more, please subscribe to my channel, and you can also follow me on Instagram. Thank you.